Hi, I'm your anime manga mom, and let's be best otakus. Alright, today, what am I going to talk about? I've been thinking about that, and I think I'll talk about my anime watch list, what I've seen. Um, let's see. I have my phone pulled up, so it was my first anime was Naruto. Many of you already know that. Um, let, then we, it's a long running show. I highly recommend it if you want to watch it. There aren't a lot of hugely great female characters. I really like Tsunade, Lady Tsunade, but most of the female characters aren't really well written, even though there are a lot to really love, as long as you give it some grace and understand that there's, you know, even mangaka have their shortcomings. He builds a great world. Horikoshi, I believe. He builds a great world. I really believe that there is such a place as Hagakure, Konohagakure. It would be the village hidden in the leaves. And I mean, every character has the great, fantastic backstory. The village has a backstory. There's references to the ancient, the ones that came before. It's it's really fantastically written. I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of elements of Japan in there as well, and I really appreciated the nuances. We watched Naruto Shippuden. My son really wanted to watch Boruto because that was supposed to be the next generation, so we started watching it, but we fell off pretty quickly. It didn't have the same appeal to me, I don't think. Um, I guess because the characters that I grew to know and love had changed dramatically, and uh, I don't know. I didn't believe they were the same characters. So, let's see. After that, I watched Cowboy Bebop. That was one my daughter recommended to me. It was a more seinen manga or anime, so it was for young men, not really something that a teen would find very entertaining, unless there may be an older teen. Um, then I had too much spicy juice and was bored. My son was staying at a friend's house, and my husband was working late that night, so I had too much spicy juice and watched The Devil is a Part Timer. And that was before I started studying any Japanese, so it was on sub. It was in sub only, and I started watching it, and I just really couldn't follow it at all. But then I went back and I watched it. I found it on dub, and so I watched it, and it made so much more sense to me. Of course, I tried cutting out the spicy juice, and that helped as well. Let's see, what else? Well, then I started watching Gintama. I watched all the way past the change of the intro song. I don't know exactly how many, but I ran out of episodes that I could watch. I could probably pick it back up now again, but it's hard to find in dub, and uh, I have to have a lot of time to invest to watch something in sub because I'm a mom and I work full time, so I'm usually distractible. So if I watch something in sub, I want it to be something that I've already seen or something that is a little shorter running, and I have to really commit to it. So, because I'm constantly looking up to see what's going on or cooking or doing something, so it's a little harder for me to watch it. Let's see. Then we watched Death Note. It's definitely one for older teens. Um, it's a little dark and violent, but I don't know. We like dark at my house. Um, then we watched One Punch Man. My son loved One Punch Man. It's kind of funny. It's not my favorite. I could do without One Punch Man. I mean, it's not the most horrible thing in the world. It's satire. It's supposed to be over the top and kind of ridiculous, but you know, obviously the only thing I found worth watching was Genos. He was mm, so honest, I guess. He just was really seeking for the betterment and applying himself, and I really respect that. But and I the cyborg thing, that's got to be cool, you know. Um, let's see. Then we did My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is one that I have watched more than most of them. I really like that one. That was one of my top favorites. Um, it's a little. I mean, it's still going. It's still running. They just confirmed the next season. I think season 7 is the one that they confirmed. So it's ongoing. I'm still reading the manga to keep up. Tokyo Ghoul, one of my absolute favorites. It's a little darker. It's a little more violent. So if that's not something you can handle, then this one might be a skip for you. But it's uh, the story of a boy who's human, and this is in a world of humans and ghouls, and I don't know. He transforms through the whole thing, and it's great to watch. It really is. It I really felt like Ken Kaneki before. I felt like somebody who was nice, but like the watered down version of nice, like kind of spineless. So you're nice, but it's partially because you're powerless or you feel that way. Anyway, so I felt like Ken Kaneki, who was nothing wrong with me, nice enough, you know, loyal friend, somewhat intelligent, but still kind of awkward and uh, ineffectual. So I really related to Ken Kaneki. So I really that one's one of my tops. One Piece. That's one that my son got into, and he's like, "You've got to try this." And of course, it's on the top of everybody's list. And if you want to talk about long running anime, there you go. Um, but I just I wasn't in love with the art style, uh, the the clown guy with the devil fruit powers. Ugh, I I just couldn't. I couldn't even. I will get over myself one day and I'll go back and watch it. Don't worry, because I know I've heard it gets better. It's wonderful, but I just can't. Um, let's see, Hunter x Hunter. We've actually gone back to that. We got bogged down in the Chimera Ant arc, and it's one that was highly recommended. And I started watching it thinking it looked a little juvenile, but somewhere when we met Netero, and he was talking to, I think, Killua or Gon, but I just was like, wow, the lessons in this are top notch. This is really a great show. It looks like a little innocent cartoon, but no, this is really great stuff. And they put in a lot of action and a lot of growth and development. It's really a good one. But the Chimera Ant kind of slows down, and then you're trying to meet this whole new cast of people, and we just kind of fell off. And then it took us a while, but we're back into it now. We have 3 episodes left, so I'm almost done with this. But this has been one of my longest running series that I've watched. Anyway, Hunter x Hunter, great one. Do that one. Then we have Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's for a little older audience, a little more mature. It's got a lot of violence and gore. I absolutely love it. It is so intriguing. It really grabs you that first episode and makes you feel nervous and anxious for all the characters. Um, it's hard to watch. Um, don't get attached to any characters ever, because they will die in the next episode if you decide that they're your favorite. That's it for them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But there is a lot of death, and it's hard to watch. The world just seems hopeless. It seems like there's no upside. Like there will never end. This will never end. But I mean, it's still ongoing. They're still making the anime. I have not read the manga. I plan on doing that because I was in the store and flipped through one, and I saw a scene that I have watched, and I'm like, that's slightly different. Oh, I gotta read the manga. So that is next on my agenda. But oh, looks like it's been 10 minutes. I've got so many more to talk about. But let's see, where were we? Attack on Titan. It's a good one, older audience or parental supervision. If you're not, there's a lot of profanity, a lot. That's why my husband stopped watching because just so much. Anyway, Jujutsu Kaisen, one of my absolute favorites. Attack on Titan is great, but it's not one of my absolute favorites. Jujutsu Kaisen, however, is. The characters are phenomenal. You want good women characters, good female characters? Jujutsu Kaisen does it. And I know everybody's a big Gojo fan. I'll no, he's not. It's not for me. He's a little too immature, and that's a deal breaker for me. I mean, everybody has their sense of humor. Everybody, you know, has their ways of doing things, but I couldn't. No. Um, but I love characters that are more like Megumi, who are kind of more stoic and not so easily op- opening up. I really like those kind of characters. You can tell like they're intelligent, they're stoic. I That's my favorite. That's my favorite kind of character. Looking down, what else we got? Blue Exorcist. I watched several episodes, but I kind of fell off on watching that. Assassination Classroom. I have seen the first season. Yu Yu Hakusho. That was something that we turned on just to kind of pass the time, and it's an older one, but still not bad. Bleach. Oh, I love Bleach. Bleach is one of my tops. I love my absolute favorite character of all time, Ichigo Kurosaki. He is the protagonist. I usually don't care for the protagonist. They're a little. Usually they start out whiny and they develop into somebody more substantial through training. Um, Oftentimes they're a little too good to be true, a little too altruistic, but and it kind of strikes me as predictable maybe. But Kurosaki, he is not. He's not quite Bakugo, but he's a little surly, and I I think he's the best. A lot of attractive characters on that for men and women. Really great world building. Two worlds, three worlds. I don't know, but it's an awesome one. I love it. Seven Deadly Sins. I find that one a little problematic. I haven't finished it. Demon Slayer. Oh yeah, that one's the best for art. Oh, let's see. Do I have a timer? No, I don't. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I will leave off at the Seven Deadly Sins. No, Demon Slayer. That's the one. Yes. Demon Slayer is one that I think gets a 10 out of 10 for artwork. They have the most beautiful backgrounds and scenes, but I really don't connect with any of the characters. I don't really love any of them. I really like you, but you don't see him a lot. I also like the kind of white-haired Hashira, the kind of angry one. Uh, I don't know why, but those are my two favorite characters. But they don't. I haven't really seen a lot of screen time with them. My daughter really loves Rengoku, but tell me about your favorite characters. What animes have you seen, and what animes would you recommend? And I might check them out. Check out some of my faves. All right, talk to you later.